children, and today we are going to do simple future tense. So we have already done simple present tense, which was chapter 15. We have done simple past tense, which is chapter 18, and today we are going to do chapter 20, which is simple future tense. Alright, so let's begin. I'm going to explain future tense with its usage, the definition, and towards the end we will do the syntax like we did for other simple tense. So let's see, what is simple future tense? It tells us about the actions that will happen in the time to come, right? So action has not happened yet. To be good with our tenses, children, our verbs should be strong, okay? And for that, you should know all the three forms of verb. Now, what were they? Let's see. We also call them V1, V2 and V3, yes. Okay? Now, so once you know all the three forms, children, the tenses become easy. Yes, that's how we make our tenses fun and easy. Now here are some examples. Let's read. First, I will go to a party. So here we have used will go. Now according to the definition, this party is going to happen. So you will go to a party. So maybe I will go to a party tomorrow or next week. Okay. Now here next is we will buy a new microwave. You are going to buy a new microwave. Okay, maybe tomorrow, maybe next month. So this action has not happened. It will happen. And similarly, she will teach us continuous tenses. So she will teach. Okay, because I am teaching you already. What am I doing? I am already teaching you tenses which are simple in nature. And she means some other teacher who will teach you the continuous tenses. Now, what has happened with the verbs? Let's see that. For that, we are going to compare the three forms of verbs again. And let's see what is happening in the simple future tense. So I have in present tense go, buy, teach. Past, we have already read them. And like I have told you before also, past participle is not future tense. Now how do we fit in future tense here? That is very, very easy. Look at the sentences. See, I will go to a party. Will go. Now here you see go. Go is which form of verb? V1, right? Now will buy again. Buy is which form of verb? Again V1. And will teach again the first form of verb. I mean, if you notice, these are all V1. The verbs are first form of verb, and we have just added will in front of the V1. So here it is. If you add will go, will buy and will teach. Now this whole becomes your future tense. It's easy, isn't it? You already have the verb form, which is one, and you are going to add will there. In simple future tense, even if you have plural or you have a singular subject or I, you, they, whatever you have, children, child, we will have a very simple rule. So let me tell you the formula for simple future tense, which is very, very easy if you have understood this. Also, I want you to realize and notice that in none of the simple tenses, be it simple present, simple past and simple future, we have not used V3 at all, because this will come later. Okay, so there is a usage of V3, and that is why I tell you to go through your form of verbs. On page number 78 and 79 of your grammar book, you have all the three forms of verb. So the formula is here on the board. See, subject plus the word will plus it is V1. Let's see again the examples. I will go to a party. Subject here Will is the word we have to add because it represents future tense. Okay. And then we have V1. Go is V1. Similarly, we will buy a new microwave. Will represents future plus we have V1. And she will teach us. She is the subject. Will is the word which represents future tense and teach is V1 again. So that's it, children. The simple future tense is over. We have finished the simple tenses. Simple future, simple past and simple present tense. Now let's have a quick recap where we compare all the three tenses, all the three simple tenses. Okay. Simple future like we just finished. What is the formula? Subject plus will plus V1. Simple past, it is subject plus V2. Second form of verb. And in simple present, it is subject. Which subject? Plurals, I and you. When we do this, it is subject plus V1. Okay. And when the subject is singular, one person, he, she, it, Anshu, Ria, my mom. With them you have again the form of verb is V1, but the spelling changes a little when we have the subject as singular. The form of verb is V1 only, but with that we add S, ES or IES. That depends on the spelling of the verb. Okay, so that is it. This is what is happening. And if we do the quick recap of definitions, present tense, something which happens regularly. Simple past tense, something that is over, the action is over, it is done. And simple future, the action will happen in the coming time, it will happen soon. Okay, so these were the definitions and I hope the topic is all clear to you. Please make sure that you revise the tenses again, otherwise you will forget them, children. So I wish you all happy days ahead and happy learning. Goodbye. We'll see you sometime again with a new topic. Till then, take care and keep practicing.